They say paradise doesn't exist on Earth, but maybe they've never stood in Monaco. Here, the streets gleam brighter than gold, engines whisper the language of power, and beauty walks beside luxury like it was born for it. Every afternoon, the casino square turns into a runway of roaring Ferraris and shimmering heels, where men display their success through horsepower and women turn every glance into a silent symphony of allure. In Monaco, the sunset isn't just light, it's a mirror reflecting dreams worth millions. Cameras flash, engines roar, and somewhere between the sound of champagne and carbon fiber, the world's richest write their own kind of fairy tale. But beneath the elegance and perfection lies a world few ever see. A place where appearances rule and competition never sleeps. Stay with me till the end, because what you're about to see will change how you imagine luxury forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Inside the Billionaires, where we reveal the secrets behind the world's most glamorous lives. Because in Monaco, every smile hides a story, and every car hides a secret. Every kingdom has its stage, and in Monaco, that stage is the casino square. When the sun begins to set, this tiny piece of pavement becomes the heartbeat of luxury. The marble walls of Hôtel de Paris glow like liquid gold, and the air hums with the low growl of V12 engines. One by one, Ferraris, McLarens, and Bugattis glide in, not racing, but performing. Every rev, every gleam of the paint under the Riviera sun feels like part of a silent competition for attention. Here, wealth isn't shouted, it's choreographed. A billionaire's arrival is announced not by bodyguards, but by the unmistakable sound of a supercar idling at the curb. And right beside those machines of power, the real icons appear. Women stepping out of doors that rise like wings, wrapped in elegance and confidence that command the same respect as any engine. Cameras flash, strangers stop mid-step, and for a few moments, the whole world seems to pause to watch the art of living unfold. Casino Square isn't a street, it's a mirror. It reflects what the rich want the world to see: success, beauty, control. Yet beneath all that shine, there's something unspoken, a quiet tension, an awareness that everyone is being watched, and every move is part of a performance that never ends. Because in Monaco, no one simply passes by Casino Square. They enter it like a stage and leave it as a statement of who they are or who they want the world to believe they are. And as the engines fade into the night, something deeper begins. The real dance between power, attraction, and illusion that defines life in paradise. In Monaco, beauty isn't just admired, it's valued like gold. Every glance, every gesture, every detail is part of a silent language that only the elite truly understand. The women of Monaco don't follow fashion, they set it. Their presence alone can turn a quiet terrace into a runway, their elegance measured not by labels, but by the way they move. Slow, deliberate, untouchable. On any afternoon, you'll see them at Café de Paris, sunglasses worth a fortune, sipping espresso as Rolls-Royces glide by. They don't need introductions. Everyone already knows who they are, or at least who they want to be. Their social currency is influence, invitations to the right yacht, seats at the most exclusive gala, or a whisper in the ear of a billionaire that can shift an entire deal. But behind every flawless appearance lies calculation. In a place where perfection is expected, image becomes survival. Stylists, nutritionists, personal trainers, all working behind the scenes to maintain the illusion of effortless grace. It's not vanity, it's strategy. In Monaco, beauty opens doors that money alone cannot. And yet, what makes these women unforgettable isn't their diamonds or dresses, it's the aura they carry. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing they belong to a world most people only dream about. When they step out of a Ferrari or glide through the lobby of Hotel Hermitage, heads turn not out of curiosity, but out of reverence. Because here, beauty is more than attraction. It's power, reputation, and identity woven into one. And as the lights of Monte Carlo begin to shimmer against the sea, one truth becomes clear. In Monaco, fortunes may build empires, but it's the women who rule them, with silence sharper than speed. When night falls over Monaco, the streets themselves begin to flirt. The sound of a revving engine isn't noise, it's a heartbeat, a message, a performance. In this city, supercars aren't just transportation, they're extensions of personality, status, and seduction. Each engine tone tells a story. The deep thunder of a Lamborghini Aventador, the elegant purr of a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the electric whisper of a Rimac Nevera. Every one of them competing not for speed, but for attention. Men here understand something few ever will. In Monaco, cars speak louder than words. The way you pull up to Casino Square says more about you than your name or title. A Bugatti parked by the fountain isn't just a machine, it's an introduction. The glossy reflections on its surface capture the glances of passers-by, especially those of women who know exactly what kind of confidence such a car represents. But it's not just the men who use cars to make statements. Some of Monaco's most admired women drive their own supercars. Elegant yet fearless, cruising down Avenue Princess Grace with music playing low and the city lights dancing across the hood. For them, it's not about being noticed, it's about control. The power under their fingertips mirrors the power they hold in every aspect of their lives. The streets of Monaco become a silent conversation between beauty and horsepower, a dance of reflections and intentions. Engines growl softly beside laughter, headlights flash like camera lenses, and for a few fleeting seconds, paradise feels alive. Pure energy wrapped in metal and silk. But behind every polished hood and perfect smile lies something deeper. The art of attraction without a single word spoken. Because here, in the most glamorous square mile on earth, even machines know how to charm. And some of them do it better than people. Not every queen in Monaco wears a crown. Some wear sunglasses and step out of supercars with a silence that speaks louder than fame. These are the hidden queens of the Riviera. The models who became icons, the heiresses who turned inheritance into empire, the women whose presence can shift an entire room without a word. They don't chase the spotlight chases them. At sunset, you'll see them along the harbor, walking past yachts named after constellations, the sea breeze playing with their hair, photographers keeping a respectful distance. Each move seems effortless, but behind every glance is precision. Their lives are orchestrated like a movie, one where image is everything and mystery is the plot. Some were born into old European families, others built their fortunes through fashion, art, or quiet investments. What connects them is power, the kind that doesn't need to be declared. When they enter the lobby of Hotel de Paris or sit front row at the Monaco Grand Prix, everyone notices, but no one dares to intrude. Even their smiles are calculated, part warmth, part warning. Their cars reflect their personalities, sleek Aston Martins, pearl white Ferraris, even limited edition Bentleys designed exclusively for them. For these women, a car isn't just luxury, it's armor, independence, and allure combined. When they drive through the curved streets of the Riviera, the city itself seems to bow in quiet acknowledgement. Yet what makes them truly fascinating isn't their wealth or their looks, it's the enigma that surrounds them. Who they love, what they plan, and where their influence ends, no one really knows. And that's the secret that keeps Monaco alive. Behind every perfect image, there's a woman powerful enough to change the story, without ever saying a word. Every afternoon in Monaco feels like a silent competition, a duel between horsepower and high heels. The scene along Casino Square or Boulevard des Moulins could fool you into thinking there's a film shoot happening. But this isn't a movie, it's everyday life in the world's most glamorous mile. Supercars line up like luxury chess pieces, a Ferrari 812 revs beside a satin white McLaren, while across the street, a woman in a gold silk dress steps out, her reflection gliding across the chrome. Here, fashion and horsepower don't just coexist, they compete. The sound of a Lamborghini starting its engine draws as many eyes as the shimmer of a diamond necklace. Every glance feels like a spark, every camera flash a vote in this unspoken contest of who embodies luxury best, the driver behind the wheel or the woman walking past. Designers and automakers both chase the same goal, attention. A car's curve and a couture gown share the same purpose, to make hearts stop for just a second. In Monaco, those two worlds collide beautifully. The street becomes a runway, headlights become spotlights, and every stoplight feels like the start of a show. Yet, beneath the shimmer lies strategy. The men fine-tune their machines, ensuring each detail gleams under the Riviera sun. The women perfect their looks, effortless yet impossible to imitate. Together, they create the living theater that makes Monaco what it is. A paradise built on precision, image, and allure. And when day turns to night, that battle never ends. It just moves from the streets to the decks of yachts, where reflections of silk and steel dance under the same moonlight. Because in Monaco, attention isn't vanity, it's victory, and every look captured is another moment of silent triumph. Behind the polished streets and shining facades of Monaco lies a hidden world few ever see, the Billionaire garages. Tucked beneath marble residences and luxury hotels, these underground sanctuaries are where passion, pride, and fortune collide. Each door opens to a private universe. Rows of hypercars resting like sleeping beasts, lights dimmed to preserve their perfection. In these spaces, cars aren't just machines. They're trophies, memories, and statements of identity. A Bugatti. La Voiture Noire sits beside a 1960s Ferrari 250 GTO, while a rare Pagani Huayra Roadster gleams under soft gold lighting. Every model tells a story of power, success, or a chase that only the ultra-rich can afford. Some garages even resemble art museums, with temperature control, marble floors, and glass partitions designed to display each masterpiece as if it belonged in the Louvre. Here, Billionaires host private tours for a select few. Trusted friends, collectors, or the occasional guest who truly understands what they're looking at. The atmosphere is quiet, reverent, almost sacred. There's no need for conversation. The cars speak for themselves. And sometimes those invited are not car experts at all, but muses, companions, or elegant confidants who see the collection for what it really is, a reflection of the owner's soul. Because in Monaco, the truest measure of wealth isn't what you show the world, but what you keep hidden beneath it. And as the garage door closes with a soft mechanical hum, it's clear paradise here isn't just above ground. It's sealed in glass, guarded by silence, and fueled by obsession. When the sun sets over Monaco, the city doesn't sleep, it transforms. The roar of engines fades, replaced by the soft hum of music echoing from private yachts and rooftop lounges. This is when the true elite emerge from behind tinted windows and marble walls, stepping into a different kind of spotlight, one painted in gold, champagne, and quiet rivalry. At Port Hercule, the harbor glistens under moonlight as super yachts begin to glow like floating palaces. Their decks host soirees where billionaires, fashion icons, and power couples gather, not just to party, but to observe, calculate, and connect. The women arrive in gowns that shimmer like water, the men in tailored silence. Every detail is intentional, from the angle of a wine glass to the choice of background music. But make no mistake, these nights are far from casual. They are battlegrounds of presence and prestige. A whispered introduction can lead to a multi-million-dollar deal. A subtle glance might ignite a new alliance. Even the position of a yacht in the harbor, closer to shore or farther out, signals a silent hierarchy that only the insiders understand. The supercars are now parked, resting. The show has moved offshore, but the game continues, this time in heels and heels only. Conversations drift between art auctions in Dubai, new penthouses in Singapore, and limited edition Ferraris not yet released to the public. But beneath every laugh is calculation. Monaco's golden nights are less about fun and more about influence. Because here, reputation doesn't sleep. And as the city sparkles through the early hours, one truth remains. In Monaco, even the parties are strategic, and every toast is a test of power in disguise. At first glance, Monaco looks flawless, a living postcard where beauty, wealth, and elegance coexist without flaw. Every sunset seems painted, every face seems perfect, every moment feels staged for eternity. But perfection, as it turns out, has a shadow. Beneath the shimmer of diamonds and the roar of engines lies something more fragile. The quiet loneliness of paradise, In a place where everyone appears to have everything, connection becomes rare. Conversations are polite but distant, smiles warm but rehearsed. The women who dazzle the Riviera often guard more than just their jewelry. They guard their hearts. The men who own fleets of cars often chase something they can't park: peace. The rhythm of life here is built on appearances, and in Monaco, maintaining that illusion is an art form mastered only by the few. Every glance on the street, every party invitation, every photo taken, it's part of a game that never truly ends. People don't just live here, they perform here. And sometimes, behind the tinted glass of a supercar or the deck of a superyacht, a single look out at the dark Mediterranean reminds them how isolated perfection can feel. Yet, maybe that's what makes Monaco so irresistible: the contrast between glitter and gravity. It's not just a city of wealth, but a mirror reflecting the world's oldest desire: to look perfect even when we're not. Because here, even paradise demands sacrifice. The engines may rest, the music may fade, but the illusion must never break, not for a second. And as dawn approaches, the city resets itself once more, ready to perform another day of beauty, mystery, and dreams that cost more than anyone dares to admit. Monaco, a kingdom built on elegance, speed, and secrets. By day, it dazzles with sunlight bouncing off chrome and crystal. By night, it glows like a dream too perfect to be real. Every car that roars through its narrow streets and every woman who walks beneath its golden lights adds another layer to this masterpiece of illusion, a place where luxury isn't just lived, it's performed. Yet, behind the perfection, Monaco teaches one silent truth: beauty and power may open doors, but they can never buy peace. The city is both heaven and theater, and only those who understand the performance can truly belong. For most of us, it remains a fantasy, a glimpse into what the world looks like when desire shapes reality. But maybe that's the magic. Monaco doesn't just exist on the map, it exists in our imagination, the eternal paradise of the rich. If you enjoyed this journey through Monaco's millionaire lifestyle, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of Inside the Billionaires, where we continue uncovering the world's most beautiful illusions. Because next time, we're stepping even closer to the heart of paradise itself.